Get your money up. Let's bet.
Bet good.
This is the Smash and Dash podcast.
Smash and Dash podcast. Yes, sir. What's up, man? This is the Smash and Dash podcast. I'm Chris Johnson.
I'm LenDale White.
I'm Chris Johnson.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Smash and Dash betting podcast. Of course, I got Twin with me, 2K.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, brother?
Man, just chilling, man. Ready for some new week's games, some new bets, man. Won a couple parlays this past weekend, but before then, boy, some of them parlays were kicking my ass.
Boy, they kicked me.
But I had to take a break. Boy, I looked at my bank statement, right? Because I was, it was around time to start gathering stuff up for them taxes and all that. And my advisor hit me. He like, hey, man, what's all these transactions I see? He said they're not big. They $20, $30 transactions. But I see so many prize pick transactions. I'm like, yeah, man, that ain't no fraud or nothing. That's just me trying to hit these parlays, trying to be great.
I'm trying to be great. Bro, I had a parlay last night. When I tell y'all, it was like a 14-leg parlay. Everything hit except for, I think, Malik Neighbors needed one more yard and Najee Harris needed a touchdown.
Bro, no, I know you probably hot by that.
But
Guess
then I
what?
also had one where my last line was just Pickens scoring a touchdown, and he scored two, and they called both of them back.
Bro, what's even worse, no, my shit was worse than that last night. I had 2 6-pick parlays, right?
Yeah.
And so on one of them, I did like the regular yards, and then the second one, I did the demon time yards.
Yeah.
Bro, every single last one of mine hit except 2 of them. And the 2 that didn't hit was Jordan Madison. They didn't even play him.
Yeah.
They played the backup to him.
Yeah. See, what bothers me about stuff like that is that they know that, like them betting companies, if they see stuff like that, they got to reboot me, man. Like, you know you ain't crazy. You seen what's going on here. It's just like with the other dude, the running back, Mason. I ain't do it for Mason.
Him.
Oh, you talking about
Mason?
You talking about from San Fran?
Yeah,
bro. Oh, that's
him.
what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm with you. I had everything running on him, and yeah, the man hit one carry. Next thing I know, whoever
I had
30
him for 12 carries, and I had him for 39 rushing yards.
Yeah, man, he number 2 on the money.
I wonder what happened with that. What you think?
That shoulder can't be all the way right, man. We know he did. Like, when you fall on that shoulder, we know this for certain. As a running back, it only takes that certain kind of hit for that shoulder to get right back to where it was. So, me thinking, because he was running hard, it ain't like when he had the carry or the 2 carry, whatever carries I've seen, it wasn't like he didn't, had the juice. But when you fall certain ways on that shoulder, that probably just, shocked him back, because I didn't see him at all after that. Like, I didn't see him at all. It was number 31 show. And with that being said, it's like it just makes sense. Like, whoever's in San Fran's offense at running back is going to get off, man. It's like no way around that, dog.
Right.
Like, I know they want Christian McCaffrey back, but when you looking at what these other dudes are doing, it's like they're not. It's no slouches.
I want to see C-Mac back because, boy, he been missing the whole front part of the season on my fantasy team. And I like him and Pacheco.
Yeah, Pacheco, man. And that dog, they run hard, man. Hey, shout out to, I got to give a shout out to ECU and the Pirates, man. We went over to Greenville, North Carolina, and they held it down, man. I got to be honest, man. The Pirates know how to, welcome.
Ball.
Yeah, they did their thing. They painted some shit. And on top of that, the people around there, they welcomed us back. They're going through the head coaching search. I know you have your name in the hat. Well, not your name in the hat, but you got some people that you want
My
to.
My name might be in the hat.
hey, let's make it happen then, twin. It only makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to Greenville and them ECU Pirates. My dog PH, Mike and Draysky. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What did you think about? I mean, let's get into it. This action from this weekend was crazy, man. We had the number 1 pick versus the number 2 pick. It lived up to the hype for sure. It's crazy how, like, the Bears shouldn't have been in that game at all, but they found a way to, be almost winning that game until the last play of the game. Mm-hmm. But what do you think about that last play, man?
Man, it just goes back. It's simple. Like, when you in practice and meetings and all that, coaches always tell you it's a time to play around, bullshit around. It's a time to be serious.
Yeah.
And all coaches I don't care what sport it is. They always preach finish strong, finish strong. You going through drills, finish strong through the cone, everything like that, and that's just a pure example of a player not being locked in, not finished. Like, bro, you could do all that celebrating and taunting the fans. Soon as this last play over, that shit 3-4 seconds.
Yes, sir.
That's all you gotta do is wait. But when you over there, like, bro, when you watch the clip, he's literally taunting the fans. And you see the receivers are already off the ball running downfield. So when he turn around, by the time he turn around, he see the ball in there. Now he got to run over there and, like, knock it down. A lot of people say, like, he still almost made a play. Yes, he did. But it's not even about that. It's about when coach put plays in and situations in, it's the coach's job to put you in the best situation or put you in the best spot to make the best play that you can. Yeah. And he was supposed to be behind that crowd. Yeah, so diamond. If anything bounce up or anything back there, he's able to knock it down or make that play. But instead, he's around there bullshitting around. And the Washington guy is the only one behind the crowd. So when it bounced up in the air, he's there for the touchdown. There's nobody there. And then people look at the defense coordinator and all that and think it's their fault. But no, when you see that video, and please play this video, when you see that video, you see clearly it's discipline.
But there's no way. Well, honestly,
it's discipline.
But see, if we're being honest, then it is the defensive coordinator's fault because the play before that, they have those people 40 yards back, and everybody said they're going to throw the quick thing and then go for the Hail Mary. If you know football, we all knew that. The quick pass thing. The D coordinator, somebody's on the sideline telling another dude on the opposite sideline, like, scoot up, scoot up, scoot up. Like he's dude over there doing whatever. They run the quick out for McLaurin, and, the next play happens. So it's like there are. I can't put it on the defensive coordinator there, but who called the play to have 30 people back? I mean, or have them 30 yards off the ball. Secondly, bro, I watched a lot of these people, talking, and what I've learned from the Hail Mary situation, because I've been in live situations where I was at a live game with you when Aaron Rodgers and the Cardinals, and it was like he did it maybe once or twice that year, and it's like when do y'all rush the quarterback and stop giving him time to see who he's going to throw or even get the ball down there? What I've seen is even when the Lions was on the game was on the line, bro, they rushed 5-6 people and they dropped the rest. But it was like, hey, we're going to live with that. And they got to the quarterback. They sacked the quarterback. You know what I mean? I've seen the big guys saying, like, listen, y'all putting us in a bad situation. They had 5 people blocking back there, maybe 6, with the help of the running back, and it's 3 of us rushing. We can't get to the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Giving them time. So there could be, before these plays, there's stuff on the coordinator. Yes, 29 was wigging. But shout out my dog. Hey, it's a reason. Tomato. I hear what you're saying, but that's what I'm saying. Before that play, there's plays that the coordinator could have made. What I'm saying is, 29, do your thing, boy. For some of them bettors, for some of them bettors out there, you was working for them 2-9. So
my point, you working. So I'm glad you said that. I want to ask you that question.
Cool.
If you're on this team, and let's say this is a regular season game, say this. I'm
not mad.
Titans, Ravens. We in the playoffs,
bro.
I'm not mad at.
Yeah,
you're not mad at
I'm
him?
more mad that he didn't bat the. Like the thing is, I don't give a damn about
that guy.
No, I done did some shit in I can't, bro. I'm never mad at it. What I'm more mad at is that the man didn't bat the ball down. Everybody's taught to do this. Like you go up with one hand, you give him an opportunity to tip it. Because it's so crazy. I respect it. I understand what everybody's saying. Like, yes, she's out of. If that man turns his hand down and does this, everybody's calling him a damn hero instead of the opposite thing. So yeah, you take the good with the bad. I gotta watch the whole game film and see what he was doing that whole film before I judge him and be like, oh, this one play is what you did. Nah, because bro.
Hey, listen, I know the coach come out and want to be politically correct a lot of times and say, oh, that play, like, it'll be something where, like, the receiver is running down the field wide open. And
but see, that's bullshit.
And he dropped the ball and the coach be like, hold on. And the coach be like, oh, well,
they gonna put it on him.
Play, and
that's
you be like,
cap,
no, that play is not what lost us the game.
That didn't.
Man, listen,
at the
end of the day, that fucking play lost them the game.
No, that didn't.
That play lost them the game. He was around that bullshit,
what lost the play? 10 of 24, 131 yards, 2 sacks.
Man, he was bullshitting. That shit
That's
lost
what
them
that's
the
what
game.
lost the
And I'd
game.
be 500.
Man,
that
Caleb
dog.
Williams had
You around there
31 yards in the
bullshitting.
fourth quarter. And you're talking about what lost the game? That's what
Yeah.
lost the game. Your star quarterback he had 31 yards in the fourth quarter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you talking about all
We
that.
had
Like,
a chance to win the game.
hey,
you
you
fucking
right.
around that bullshit.
I don't
and you
believe-
fucking lost us the game.
I don't
man.
believe that. Like it. I don't. He batted the ball down. I mean, he tipped it. He was in position. All he had to do was turn his hand. Hey, you're a DB for a reason. You play DB
We
for a
didn't need
reason.
him right there.
Hey, I mean, Hey, with that being said, man, we seen my dogs Gibbs get off this weekend, and he did the Chopper City Jug. Shout out to 2K.
Right.
I mean, I know you got it. You seen somebody do that dance, but you definitely made that dance popular around the league, man. How does that feel to see like young players like that to pay homage and you know, shout out you?
Man, that's dope, man. Like what's so crazy is RIP my boy Kobe. You know, when the videos come out, a lot of some people say it's Jacoby dance, and they get it misconstrued or whatever, but Jacoby seen me do that dance first.
Yeah.
It was a dance that started in Orlando. It started in Orlando. So once I went to the league or whatever like that, I started to do that dance when I score and things like that. And what's so crazy, after I started doing a dance like that was my dance or whatever. Mike Sims Walker used to do it too. We both from Orlando, so
Yeah.
we used to do the dance and stuff like that. Then all you gotta do is go to Madden. That was my signature dance. When I scored on Madden, I got the Chopper City Juke put on Madden.
So you saying you the originator?
Yeah, for sure. Everybody know that.
No, we know that.
Now everybody know that. Like real talk.
Aggressive,
Like
yes.
and don't take nothing from Jacoby because Jacoby killed it.
Oh no, he went
Jacoby
crazy.
take it to the next level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You had
So,
stopped
but-
dancing for a while though.
Nah,
too.
but even with that, like I was still doing that dance, but like that's just like any other dance. Like you think about the what's the
Gritty.
Yeah, the gritty.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson does it. That's his dance, but like a lot of the other guys like do it, like Jamar Chase
For sure.
and all those guys. So it's kind of like that same situation. Like I remember when Madden actually called me that year, and they wanted to know what the name of the dance was because they was gonna put it on the game.
Yeah.
And they would ask me, was it okay for them to put it on the game and stuff like that. So like that's my dance.
Yeah. Turn me up.
I didn't make it up. Like here in Orlando, it was Orlando-based dance. But when you talk about NFL and celebrations, like that was my signature. Like when you got LT do his thing, like the Chopper City Juke is CJ2K
2K's thing.
signature dance.
You know it's crazy. I know. I caught
Signature
my
dance.
guy at
Know what
in
I'm
the room
saying?
this weekend. ECU going crazy.
So
I'm gonna send this to Nick. He gonna put this in here as we talk about this. Don't worry about it, twin.
So that was the signature dance or whatever, right? So it was crazy because last week or whatever, Jamar Gibbs, he hit me. He like, yeah, I'm finna do that. I'm finna do the dance next week.
Yeah.
And shoot, I forgot he even DM me and said that, and then I'm sitting there watching the game, and then pop up and he do it against the Titans.
That's what's so cold about it.
Oh man,
Bro, they painted our poor Titans, man. Hey, my Lions though. I've been telling you about my Lions for a while. Even we can go back and cut that week 1 or week 2 when you was almost hating on my Lions, talking about this and that. I told you that Dan Campbell got something brewing.
I never hated on them. I like the Lions.
Oh my God. They got something brewing up there, twin. You know that. Hey, you got did you have any pregame rituals or like a routine or like a song or something that used to get you crunk?
Nah, I just made sure I prayed all the time. I used to pray
sure.
like 3-4 times before the game. I remember like when I first used to walk in the stadium, like I prayed. When I went out for pregame warm-ups, I prayed. And that's pregame, like when you out there by yourself working out, so I prayed. Then when we went out there, the whole team warm up, and after that we came back in the locker room. We all used to go to the shower, prayed again, and then when we ran out right before the game, I always ran to the furthest end zone. Ran out there and prayed again. So I used to pray like 4 times.
Yeah.
Or whatever like that. That's pretty was my ritual. Like that's what it was.
I was definitely heavy on the praying. When you wake up and you get straight to it. I mean, that's just a part of my routine every day anyway. But
what was yours?
Mine was probably I when I say like a pregame routine, it was like I always put my stuff on the same way. It was weird. You know what I'm saying? I would go left to right, like when you put your pads in your girdle or whatever it may be, I would always go left to right, you know what I'm saying? Socks left to right. And like the way I would tie my towel on my, on my pants, it would be the same exact way every time, man. So, definitely.
Yeah.
And shit, you know what I mean? Definitely might hit a, blunt that morning.
So that's what I was gonna ask you.
Yeah.
Like, guys like Marshawn Lynch, Le'Veon Bell, they just recently came out and was like, before every game they used to either take a shot. I know Money Lynch shot of Hennessy. Le'Veon Bell say, I guess he used to smoke, get high before every game. Was that something that you did?
I can honestly say yes, man. I don't condone in that shit. Like if you ain't ready for it or if you underage or shit like that, but I definitely did do it. You know what I'm saying? And this is before a lot of like major games. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was a national championship game, a few of the games that I had in the NFL were whether it be the Kansas City Chiefs, where we had the most yards rushing. You know what I mean? We broke a record one of them games. My highest rushing ever in the NFL. Yeah, blow. We said it the last week about Snoop. We went over to his room before the game. We played Pittsburgh. You remember that? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting blowed. Like, I didn't give a damn. Like, that was just me. Like, for me, it was like taking the edge off in the sense of like, man, I ain't want to get too riled up about the game or getting like too, thinking about it. So, or in my head about it. That'll usually help me just mellow out. So
let's see that. But that's crazy. Like for me to just for y'all to be able to go out there and perform like that, either with some shots or even high, that's just amazing to me. Like it's crazy, and like I'm not sure how it make y'all body feel or whatever like that, but that's just amazing to me, honestly. Like I ain't got much to say about it, but like it's amazing.
Pack,
like to be tipsy,
man. Listen, Pack,
and be out there playing.
We played the Eagles. True story. Pack, the night before we toe down, man. I'm talking about toe up. Wake up the next morning. Pack, we toe up. Pack get to the game. He trying to cold toe. He's starting at the thing. I'm a backup. It's my first year. I get a few reps. I ain't tripping. But, boy, when I tell you Pack, they kicked the ball to Pack. Pack went to the crib. Tipsy as hell. Came over there. Goddamn, give me some water. Threw up about 4 more times and ran back out there on defense. I was like, yeah, he's by far one of the coolest dudes I ever seen.
Right.
I was like, this boy Pack ain't nothing to be played with, boy. That's when I knew he was different for sure. Hey, man, we need to get straight into it. We got a big week of college football coming in. This is week 10, man.
Big week.
And this is probably going to be, for me, I know this is the biggest game of the week.
Of the week?
Yes, this is the biggest game of the week. This is all playoff indications. I think if, we got Ohio State and Penn State. This game has playoff indications because I think if Ohio State loses this game, right, that's 2 losses. They still got to play Indiana, which is undefeated. They play Michigan. We know Michigan ain't that good, but it's still a rivalry game. We know how that game happens.
Even though I don't think they're ranked no more, but it's still a rivalry game.
And, Penn State quarterback got injured last week. They say it's a game-time decision. I'm pretty sure he'll play. This is a huge game. The quarterback from Ohio State, he always wanted to be a Penn State guy. They never took him. You're not good enough. With that being said, we already know he's going to be ready to whoop some ass. Penn State has the number 1 ranked defense in the nation, though. The number 1 ranked defense in the nation. If Penn State wins this game, they basically have the clearest path in the Big 12 or the Big 10 to the champ. Even if they lose the championship, they'll still be in it because they won't have a second loss. They got Ohio State at -3.5 points. And I know who I'm rolling with.
Penn State not winning shit.
All right,
They're not winning no championship. They're not beating Ohio State. I don't give a damn what they're ranked.
I'm with
in
you,
those
twin.
defense. I'm taking Ohio State -3.5, and I'm taking the over in that at 47.
I'm with twin. He couldn't have said it better, man. Listen, Penn State, James Franklin, you are the greatest coach at being second place. No offense. You're getting paid to be great coach, man. And I'm not mad at you. You whooping Lincoln Riley's ass right now, so it's not a bad deal, right? You just have historically, James, you have never won the game. You have just never won it. And I don't think that this is going to be the week. I think you let everybody down. The Penn State, Nittany Lions, yeah, y'all let them down. I think Ohio State's run away with this. I think or Jeremiah Smith, what's his name? The freshman receiver up there goes crazy. I just think they have too many receivers, man.
Right.
We still, USC almost beat them, and I don't think USC is as good as Ohio State. We still almost beat them because they can't cover all those receivers. And that is just, even with that defense being ranked number 1, I'm taking Ohio State. I'm taking it over.
Okay. Yeah. We same on that one.
We want to give a huge special shout out to Caesar Sportsbook. Smash and Dash has a special offer for you new Caesar Sportsbook customers. Use promo code Smash and Dash 1000 and get your first bet back up to $1,000 as a bonus bet if you lose your first bet. Take a look at the graphic below for all terms and conditions, and always bet responsibly.
Next game, we got Texas A&M, ranked number 10, versus South Carolina. Texas and A&M have won 7 straight and just smoked LSU last week.
Don't go Tigers. Weak ass
South
Tigers.
Carolina unranked, but they have been playing extremely well.
That's a good way to explain.
Hey, the game has potential upset written all over it, man.
What? So who are you gonna go with if that's the case then? Yeah, since the game got so much potential.
They got Texas A&M at -2.5. The total at 44.5. Hold on, so
let's get into it. Ding ding.
Nah, this ain't lock of the week. But my guy Dow Loggins is over there at South Carolina.
Oh, ECU.
He's over there at South Carolina. Hey, you know what? I love you to death, Dow. And I know you're a great coach and can do what you do.
Van Gogh that man.
But man, I just can't do it. I gotta take Texas A&M at -2.5 because not only that, Texas A&M, they just look good versus
LSU. They've been looking good.
Yeah, they just look against one of my other guys, Joe Sloan, man.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, they just beat LSU.
They whooped their ass too. It was convincing.
So,
and I thought LSU had finally got it back together with their receiver.
They're gonna bounce back.
I mean, they might bounce back, but it's too late. They 2 losses. Bro, when you got 2 losses now, everybody's looking at it for that top 12. This is the craziest year for football, though, because you can have 2 losses and make it to the top 12 this year, but you can't have 2 losses so early. Like, it has to be like in a championship game or something like that. Like, LSU's done. Texas A&M still fighting for that top 12.
Right. Well, I'm taking Texas A&M at -2.5, and I'm gonna take the over at 44.5, just because I know it. Texas A&M, they still fight for it, and they're so close to it. I just don't see them having a letdown versus South Carolina after they just beat LSU.
You know what's crazy? You say that. I'm taking Texas A&M, but you hear it first and right now. The guy you just Dow Loggins gonna dial it up, man. He's trying to get a job. He's trying to go to ECU.
You ain't gonna take him then?
I can't.
All right.
I'm taking a powerhouse, Texas A&M, man. I'm taking Johnny Football's team, man, and that's just what it is. I ain't got nothing else to say, bro. And we're gonna move into the number 1 team in the nation. I don't know one team, number 1 in the nation, man. They heading into Michigan. We got the Oregon Ducks heading into the Michigan. I don't even know their identity on. They're Wolverines, the Badgers. I don't know what they are. Because they got the Oregon Ducks at -14.5. But this is the toughest opponent that, Oregon has on their schedule, man. So pretty much they win this, yes, they're going to be coasting into the sunset in this playoff. Michigan definitely having a disappointing season, but it's probably, you lost your quarterback. You're probably going to be on some type of violation because the dude was still in plays. Shout out to Connor Stallion, whatever his name is, because, yes, he's a Stein Stealer. But, hey, everybody does it. You just happen to be caught, brother. This game is going to be played in the big house, though. That's what, you know what I'm saying? And Oregon, Oregon has history of going into like
the big house is Michigan. Right?
Yeah, but they Oregon done played in Ohio State and won there, so it's not what I mean.
That is 105,000.
Yes,
something like that.
With that being said, like when the game is so big, right? We all know that there's going to be somebody that gets upset soon. That's just how college football works. It happens, and on your worst day or your best day, Michigan could be playing that Big Ten football that we're used to seeing, and this could be the week. With that being said, they got them at minus 14.5. Who you got, Twin? That's a lot of points.
Minus 14.5.
Michigan.
I'm going Michigan.
What?
I'm going Michigan.
Is that a lock? Go crazy.
It's not a lock. I'm going 14. I just don't see them. This could be a game. I'm not saying Oregon's not going to win, but I just don't think they cover at 14.5. And I also like the over.
I'm going Oregon. Oregon scores 45 on them boys by themselves. Oregon's going to smoke them out their boots, man. Michigan's doo-doo water trash. I can't see it. You know what I mean? Doo-doo water. You know what that is? That's like when you have a number 2 and it's not solid. That's what that is. You see what I'm saying? They doo-doo water, boy. Yeah, right. I'm taking Oregon to cover with ease and the over. It's easy money there. Easy.
Well, we're going to jump over to this NFL Thursday night football.
Ooh.
We got the Jets.
What?
Texans versus the Jets.
I know they wish they could reslate this game.
Man, they got the Jets. The Jets are 2-6. Texans are 6-2.
Ooh, I told you about them.
The Jets have lost 5 consecutive games.
I'll do 6.
C.J. Stroud might be without Stephon Diggs and Nico Collins next week. Do you think that's going to be a big hit for the Texans?
Yes. Without
you still got
Stephon and Nico.
Right.
Bro, I've seen when Nico went down, I've seen that CJ was struggling the week after that. Like he had the lowest amount of yards that he ever threw for. It was like 89 yards or some shit. So now with Stephon down and Nico, like I get it. Tank Dell Cole. We don't get it. I mean, I get it, but it's like now they're going to be looking this is a team that's definitely going to be looking for a trade coming up. They're going to have to get somebody. I don't know who they go look for.
Yeah, but I don't think Stephon Diggs' injury is bad. I think he's like week to week or something like that.
You right, but we got to get it in because when you go down non-contact sometimes, young, you know that it definitely changes the thought of what may be happening. But yeah, man.
They say they fear it could be an AC. They just don't know at this point. I'm sure we'll find out today. But another question for you.
Yes, sir.
Bro, it's the NFL is so ironic, right?
Yeah.
When we talk about Brett Favre, what did Brett Favre do? He leave Green Bay and go to where?
He went to, I think, the Minnesota Vikings.
And then
the Jets.
Right.
Yeah.
A-Rod leaves Green Bay and go to the Jets.
Yeah.
By the time by the time Brett Favre got to the Jets, he was
they say
he was on his last and all that shit. So do you think A-Rod is washed, and do you think he comes back for a second season?
I don't think A-Rod is all the way washed by no means.
All the way, so he's a little bit washed.
He a little dirty. He need to be, you know what I'm saying? He's just a little dirty right now. He may need to get a touch up. But the thing is, man, maybe he need to take more shrooms. He need to get into that shroom power, go back into that dark place. Like he said, remember when he took them things and he came back and said, relax. That's the A-Rod we need back. Man, when you see A-Rod in the way he throws the ball, like he definitely still has it. But when you get hit as much as that old man is getting hit, of course you're getting shell shock back there. That's something that's very new to him. And he came, he's not as mobile as he used to be. I think that this is the week maybe that they get on track, but I definitely don't think that A-Rod's all the way washed. Not when you have dudes like Flacco playing in the league still. You know what I'm saying? No, I can't. I'm not riding. Jameis, shout out to Jameis too. I see you, boy. Jameis, you're an animal, Jameis. You're an animal, Jameis. I apologize to you, man. These folk crazy. And that's the lock of the week. Jameis will throw a pick this week. I'm getting Jameis, the boy Jameis, bro.
Let's get back to where we at,
that's
bro.
my lock. Jameis, you gonna throw a pick, boy, but yeah.
Hey, so they got after all that we said by A-Rod and all that, they 2-6. Texans are 6-2. They got the Jets at -1.5, and the total is 42.5.
The Jets gonna sneak one out.
They're gonna sneak one out.
They're gonna sneak it, and it's gonna be a sneaky one. It's not like, bro, it's the when you losing all that star power for the Texans, CJ is cold. Mixon is cold. I get it, but it's like who are you gonna throw to? Bro, Nico was one of them dudes that literally, bro, he was taking 2 every time and he still was catching the rock. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then you got Stephon. I just think that, the Jets find a way to sneak in a victory. Like,
Right.
this is going to be a sneaky victory,
Yeah.
man. And which could catapult him ultimately to go on some type of run, because it's not like I've seen A-Rod. Everybody knows this, bro. I done seen A-Rod with the Green Bay Packers with no receivers, no nothing. They say he's out for the count. All of a sudden, he wins 6 games in a row, 7 games in a row. He gets to the last game of the season. They're like, oh, he wins this, he's in. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I ain't never count A-Rod out until if he loses game, he's out. I ain't gonna lie. But 2-6 doesn't mean you can't end up 11-7. I mean 11-6 rather.
Right. I like Jets in this game too, because just going from all these Thursday night games, it haven't been a lot of points being scored on Thursday night. And anytime if A-Rod is close, if it's a close game, I never bet against A-Rod not pulling it out.
Right.
Like we just talk about Jaden Daniels, A-Rod just did the same thing like last week or the week before. He just did the same thing.
Yeah.
Same exact thing. So if it's a close game, I'm gonna take the Jets. But I'm going under.
I'm
going under in this one. They got it at 42.5. I'm going under in that one.
I'm gonna take the over. It's gonna be a boost of points. Watch CJ Stroud all of a sudden be throwing to the tight end. Like, it's gonna be crazy, like stuff, because it's not locked in. I'm not saying they're gonna win, but it's gonna be like they're gonna have offense. But I just feel like the Jets are going to, in somehow, some way, some fashion, like you said, A-Rod's gonna pull it out in the end. So I like them to go like 43 points, like right there.
Right there.
It'd be like, yeah, for real, like it'd be 2023. It'll be 2023, man. And now we get into a real interesting game. Oh, I'm sorry. A lock for that game. Joe Mixon's going to score a touchdown. He will have a touchdown in that game. Joe Mixon. So take that. You take Joe Mixon with the Jets taking, the money line, or even take the over with that. Stack them up. You can win you some cash there. And we're going to get straight into some great football, man. My Lions.
Right.
You heard it right, man. After they whooped my Titans last week, dog, doing that dance, he did the CJ on them folks. Man, yeah, I'm riding with the Lions right now. They're 6-1. The Packers are 6-2. The big question is Jordan Love, going to the sideline with his growing injury. We don't know how significant that is. He's actually having like one of his best. Well, I mean, he's only been playing a couple years, but he's having the greatest season of his career so far, throwing touchdowns. And you know what I'm saying? But he's also been, giving up the ball a lot. And Jared Goff has been playing insane. I don't know what his completion percentage is this year, but I know it's like he probably has the number 1 completion percentage in the NFL right now. He doesn't miss, throwing the ball. They could say he's a system guy or whatever, but at 52 points and 300 yards a game as a system, I want to be in that system. And they got my Lions at -3.5 in Lambeau Field. What you got, twin?
Man, Lambeau?
Yeah.
Man, I'm going Lions here. If Jordan Love has a groin injury, he can't move how he usually move. I know Dan Campbell and his defense is gonna come at him. They're gonna send a blitz, gonna force him to move around and things like that. I think Lions pull this one out, and I like the over in this one.
It's hard for me to go under with the Lions.
I like the over in this because they're gonna score points.
Boy,
I like the 3.5 and lock. I got a lock that Jordan Love is gonna throw a pick.
Ooh, I got another lock for this game too. Amon-Ra St. Brown will have 7 catches, 80 yards. Montgomery scores and Gibbs scores. That's a great parlay. You put Gibbs on the ticket for the score. You put Montgomery on it for the score, and you put Amon-Ra plus 6 catches, plus 80 yards. Boy, you're going to win you some dough this weekend.
7. You win that one?
Yeah, I got to. This man's so slick. How does man always want to catch? Bruh, you slick,
So
bruh.
what you doing? So you took Lions?
Of course I'm taking my Lions in the over. It's my Lions.
Okay.
The Lions playing in the Super Bowl this year, too. If you got some money, you might as well. You can put an early bet down. Take the Lions to win the Super Bowl or go to the Super Bowl. Hey, win or go.
Win or go. You like that bet?
I like the Lions to go to the Super Bowl.
Much?
I like the Lions to go to Super Bowl for what? How much you want to bet?
We do 100, 200, 300.
Ooh, bro, you trying to take my? That's all I make for the week, bro. Let me get back to you.
I bet. We're gonna go to the Bucks versus the Chiefs.
Monday
night football. Hey, the Chiefs are the only remaining 7-0 team. Like I tell my boy Pat, man, that boy gonna win the MVP, man.
I don't know how he wins it with those numbers though. Like
yeah.
those numbers are straight, bro. Patrick Mahomes' numbers are. Listen, no, his numbers are so horrible. It's ridiculous, dog.
You gonna see how them politics come around.
If
dog go undefeated, you don't think
somebody else? No, they have to give it to somebody else on that.
You
defense.
Don't think so?
They have to give it to somebody else, even on the defense.
They're not,
bro.
Gonna
He
give
literally, Bolton.
You really think they're gonna give? Name me one person.
I don't know that they go undefeated. They lose this week to the Buccaneers.
Hold up. Name me one. Even if so.
Josh Allen right now.
They're just saying. No, I'm not even talking about no other team. If KC go undefeated, name me one person on KC defense that will win. That will win NFL MVP.
Bolton
no way.
Hooping,
come on,
man.
You tripping, man.
Bolton be hooping. But I'm just saying, undefeated or not, I don't think
NFL,
his stats ain't good enough, man.
All right. I know how this politics goes. They go undefeated.
So are you willing to bet this? Are you willing to bet that they go undefeated?
No, I'm not saying they're going to go undefeated, but I will make another bet if you want to do that.
What you want to
If they go undefeated, I will bet you right now, my 500 to your 250, that Patrick Mahomes win the Super Bowl. I mean, not win the Super Bowl. That Patrick Mahomes win NFL MVP.
It depends on what Josh Allen
does.
does.
I just told you, 500 to 250.
It depends on what Josh Allen does.
Okay,
if,
so what
if
do you
Josh
do?
Allen, if Josh Allen continues that
don't
way,
even worry about it.
Because if Josh Allen continues to win,
there's
no. Because if Josh Allen continue to win, no, I don't.
Man.
Yeah, go bet yourself.
All right,
man.
listen. Okay,
yeah.
Chiefs the only 7-0 team. The Bucs are 4-4. Baker Mayfield leads the NFL in TD passes, but also have thrown a lot of interceptions.
So
he's been averaging about 2 interceptions.
Yeah,
a game
but
the
even with that,
games.
So how many interceptions does he have for the year?
I don't know.
Baker Mayfield. Baker Bronny Mayfield stats. Baker Bronny Mayfield has the same amount of interceptions as Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
Except for he has 11 more touchdowns than Patrick Mahomes, the MVP. Mm-hmm. Patrick Mahomes this year has 8 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. Right. This is your MVP.
Right.
Buccaneers. I'm going with the Bucs. I'm going with the Bucs this weekend.
You going with the Bucs?
I'm going with the Bucs. All that the luck stops this weekend. I don't like it. Yeah, I like the Bucs to cover. That's 9 points. I don't think the Chiefs, especially with Patrick is giving the ball away. That's ridiculous, dog. That's crazy that they're escaping. Bro, that's crazy to me. No cap, bro. To be
you're making the plays when they count.
You're right. But see, that's what I'm saying. What scares me about this is that means that you're giving the ball away more than you've been making plays. That means there's going to be one team that's going to run with that. Just one team. You know how it goes. Any given Sunday, yes, the Buccaneers been sorry and sneaking it up, but this is going to be the week he comes out playing.
All right, bro. So
I'm going Bucs to cover.
We make a bet before I go where?
Go where you. Let's see. I'll think about making a bet with you, but you always find a way to stack the odds in your favor.
No, it's not odds. It's just a head up bet.
What, Chris?
You like Bucs? I like the Chiefs.
No, I'm not taking. I'm taking points. Give me the 9. Vegas gave me 9 points. That's why I ain't betting. You see what I'm saying?
You just said the Bucs.
No, bro. You always want to stack. Bro, if they supposed to win by 9 points.
So you don't want to beat. You don't want to bet, basically.
I don't want to bet you, cheater.
All right. I'm taking the Chiefs to cover.
I'm taking the Bucs to cover.
And I like the over.
I like the over, too, because Baker Bronny Mayfield. You gave him the name. And I can tell you this, stack this. Mahomes is going to throw a pick and Baker Bronny Mayfield to throw a pick in the same game. How you love that? Hey, Young, before we get out of here, right, one last question. I have to get on this. How do you feel about my dog from the coast tapping out, man, after he ran? The man ran for I don't know, bro. The man, it's the first time in my career I've seen a quarterback take himself out. Anthony Richardson.
What?
Bro, the man took himself out of the game. He said he was tired from running around and just, I don't know. I've seen Deshaun Watson. Hey. I've seen Jameis. I've seen Lamar, Eugene Jackson. I've seen Baker Mayfield. I've seen every quarterback in the world even Ben Roethlisberger, like I've seen quarterbacks that are not in shape. They've scrambled and ran around for 50 yards and never took themselves out of the game.
Forget what I think. Guess what they think. He have been benched this week. Joe Flacco, the starter.
It makes sense.
It's crazy why we sitting here doing it. It just popped up on my phone. He's benched this week.
That's crazy because, bro, to me, I know that you're young and you're trying to do that, but
so
bro,
they said really. Hold on, no,
bro.
Real talk. So he
and
I ain't see this.
Stephon Diggs is out for season, torn ACL.
So look,
Damn.
I didn't see this, like, for real. So he scrambled.
He scrambled, young. He got up and said, "Hey, bro, like you, after you go for 60, I'm talking. You know how, bro, we won 3 yards, 7 yards. It's a difference running back, and then you break for like 42 yards. You're like, whoo, boy, like let me get one." No, the man scrambled. I don't know what he was doing. Yeah, he probably ran for like 13 yards, but then he got up and said, "Hey, get me out of here."
They got him out of there?
Boy, man, I know they were looking at him like, what do you mean? Like, coaches, like, bro, everybody on the sideline, like, what, is he coming out the game? Like, are you hurt or what's going on? He's just like, no, I'm tired. What?
Come on, bro.
Bro, he said I was tired. This is out of his own words. The man came out after the game and said, man, yeah, I was just tired. I didn't know if I can play, like, get the next play off. Young bull, but out there tipsy and getting drunk. Hey,
you think, all right, we ain't just going.
I have to tell you this. Stay out the clubs, young bull. Hey, young boy, you need to get back on that.
Is that the club? Come on, bro.
Yes.
Is that the club?
Hell yeah, that's, bro, there ain't no way. Young, I've seen more people. Bro, we play with Kerry Collins. We done play with some quarterbacks that, yes, they probably done been tired after they done scrambled, young.
Bro.
Vince Young. They have never looked to the sidelines like, hey, Kerry, you got to take one play. No, bro. Dog be in them clubs hanging. He a young boy.
So does that, what you're saying, does that speaks to, like, does that align to what you were saying? That's one of the reasons why they benched him.
I was
like, is all of that?
Yeah, it's everything. He's been hurt. Probably his decision making. The fact that it's like when you see, like, bro, like, I guarantee you the team is questioning him now. You got to know that everybody's
was
like,
that it, or that was icing on the cake?
That probably was the icing on the cake for right now. It's like, is this going to be our guy moving forward? We need to see. Let's reevaluate. Let's push back a little bit. Flacco still gets a chance to win. So let's see. Now, if Flacco goes out there shit on the money, of course he'll be right back in there. We know that, dog. But it's like they want to see real quick, because if Flacco can get them into the playoffs, dog, they might have another. But they might have another year to let that man just mature.
You seen what Flacco did with Denver? Was that Denver last year? Flacco was in Denver, right? Cleveland, yeah. When he came in and he was, But okay, that goes back. We had the same argument a few weeks ago, or last week or something. I think Pat was here or something. I ain't gonna go much into it, but when we was talking about Anthony Richardson, and I said I went to the game in Florida.
Yeah.
Oh no, because we was talking about quarterbacks getting drafted high
early, and
I was saying, because we were talking about Shoutout, and I was saying, like, when it comes to the quarterback position, teams do reach up and draft these guys higher than they supposed to, because it's hard to find a quarterback. So when we was talking about Anthony Richardson, I was saying I went to the game, and when he got drafted first round, like, I was surprised. Now, I knew he was a good player, and I seen how big he was. I was just surprised he went as high as he went.
But see, when you say that, like, we all know that it's a quarterback's game, and there's always these GMs trying to find the next guy.
Right.
And you have a dude 6'4", 255 pounds running a 4.4. They're like, oh yeah. And if he plays like he's capable of playing, because when you see the glimpses of Anthony Richardson, you're like, oh my God, they made a dog is hooping. You know what I'm saying? But then he go out there and tap himself out on it. You're like, dude, what? Are you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? So you can say that about, like, dudes like Carson Wentz. You know what I mean? Like, these places, like, they ball out for a little bit, but then it's like, they go lost in the wind, you know what I'm saying? But they always try to go find the next quarterback. The dude, Trey Lance, you know what I'm saying, the backup down there in Dallas, you know what I'm saying, that got drafted for San Fran, we haven't heard. Like, they do that every year. So, yes, if you're a big, strong, fast guy and you play quarterback, usually they going to come find you. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is, man. So, Anthony Richardson, man, hopefully you get everything right, man. You definitely are. You have talent, man. But one thing about that quarterback position, you can't be like the running backs and the receivers. Yes, dudes be in the club hanging out, and yes, you got to take it just a tad bit, a little bit more serious than the rest of us, man, because everything's on your shoulders, as you can see. When it don't go your way, they're gonna be pointing the finger at you.
Yes, sir, man.
It's been another great episode of the Smash and Dash podcast, the sports betting. Twins with me as always. It's been brought to you by High Hello Labs here in Orlando. Hey, man, shout out to our sponsors over at SteadyPicks. Cha-ching. Let's get this money this weekend.
We out of here. You did.